Hey, don't know why, but I just feel like doing this. I went to a few stores with Grandma and Mom. We looked at stuff, antiques and stuff for Grandma's new apartment. Oh, that's horrible. I took a shower before Brian's birthday, my friend's birthday. But look what I got. That's pretty neat. So far it looks like it's set in Nevada, and it looks pretty cool. Pretty good. It's a Stephen King book, obviously. If you hold on a second, I'll show you the other one I've got. I think I've got two other Stephen King books. I have two other Stephen King books, but I have this one. I have never read it. Plan to eventually. And I have this one, Bag of Bones. And I had started reading it at one point, but had to take the book back to the library. But this one's actually mine because we found it at a thrift store. So I've got three Stephen King books right now, and I'd like to get more. Was borrowing a friend's book. I was reading The Shining, but then the house fire happened, and I don't have the book anymore. So I want to find like 2 copies of it, so I can send Ellie her book back and have one to keep. But yeah, whatever, it happens. But Bag of Bones, I'll read a little bit of it. Bag of Bones. 4 years after the sudden death of his wife, 40-year-old best-selling novelist Mike Noon is still grieving, unable to write, and plagued by vivid nightmares. Set at Western Maine summer house. At the Western Maine summer house, he calls Sarah. Mike reluctantly returns to the lakeside getaway. There he finds his beloved Yankee town held in the grip of a powerful millionaire, Max Divorce, whose vindictive purpose is to take his 3-year-old granddaughter, Cara, away from her widowed young mother, Maddie. As Mike is drawn to Maddie and Cara's struggle, he falls in love with both of them. He is also drawn into the mysterious Sarah Lou's, now the site of ghostly visitations and escalating terrors. What are the forces that have been unleashed here, and what do they want of Mike Noonan? It is no secret that King is one of our most mesmerizing storytellers. In Bag of Bones, he proves to be one of our most moving as well. And here is Stephen King's most gripping and unforgettable novel, a tale of grief and lost loves, enduring bonds, of haunting secrets of the past, and of innocent childs caught in a terrible crossfire. That's the back of it. And The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon, the back of this one says, the world had teeth. If the world had teeth and it could bite you with them anytime it wanted. Tracy McFarlane discovered this when she was 9 years old. At 10 o'clock on a morning in early June, she was sitting in the back seat of her mother's Dodge Caravan, wearing her blue Red Sox baiting practice jersey, the one with 36 Gordon on the back, and playing with Mona, her doll. At 10:30, she was lost in the woods. By 11, she was trying not to be terrified, trying not to let herself think, this is serious, this is very serious, trying not to think that sometimes when people get lost in the woods, they get seriously hurt, sometimes they died. And hold on a minute, I'm gonna put these two up. Now I'll have to remove a book from up there in a second. Put this whole one up there when I'm finished with it, which could be at any time because I'm halfway through several of those books. And there's several of those books that I've read completely, but I get a little ADD with my reading sometimes. But this book says, and it's not in the back, it's in here. Nevada is mostly a long stretch desert. You cross on the highway to somewhere else and with someone else if you're lucky, because it's a scary place. Headed down Route 50 in the brutal summer heat are people who are never going to reach their destination, like the Jacksons. A professor and his wife going home to New York City. The Carvers, a Wentworth, Ohio family bound for vacation at Lake Tahoe, and aging literary line. Someone wrote the book a little bit. It's a Thrift book. Johnny Marville, aging literally Johnny Marville, inventing a gonzo image for himself astride a 700-pound Harley. A dead cat nailed to the road sign heralds the little mining town of Desperation, a town that seems weathered in the shade of a man-made mountain known as China Pit. But it's worse than that, much worse. Regulating the traffic there is Coley Intrajan, how do we say that? An outsized uniformed madman who considers himself the only law west of the Pecos. God forbid you should be missing a license plate or find yourself with a flat tire. There's something very wrong here. All right, the ingredient or whatever is only the surface of it. The secrets embedded in the Desperation landscape and evil that affects town like some viral hot zone. There are both awesome and terrifying. But as young David Carver seems to know, though it scares him nearly to death to realize it, so are the forces summoned to combat them. In Desperation, Stephen King's sweeping brush paints an apocalyptic drama of God and evil madness and revelation. His genius for serpents has never been so purely honored. Continue a backflip. Flap. So to continue the old lady story, I have to read the backflip. Dang, that's an old computer. I have a computer over there in the corner. That's like really old. And there's a puppy. Anyways, information. Hold on. Let me see where it was. Oops, lost my place. No, I didn't. His imagination so shudderingly vivid as when his wafers and readers who dare follow their course begin to discover the true meaning of the word desperation. Stephen King is the author of more than 30 worldwide bestsellers, most recently The Green Mile, published in serial installments, so like several of them. And I can't remember when this book was written, so The Green Mile has not been his last book, I don't think. I think The Shining was one of his newest ones. I could be wrong, so don't quote me. And Rose Matter. Ooh, I've been yapping my mouth. And Rose Matter. His short stories have appeared in 3 collections, different seasons, 4 Past Midnight, and Nightmares and Dreamscapes. One of his latest stories, The Man in the Black Suit, received his first prize in the O. Henry Awards of 1996. Much of his work has been made its way to movies. To movie and television screens around the world, including a new 6-hour ABC movie, The Shining, coming early next year. So when was this book out? Canada. US $27.95. Canada $35. Woo! I bought this from the thrift store, so it was cheaper. But if I'd have bought it right from the brand new, can't tell. It doesn't say when it was made. Let me research that real quick. Okay, give me time. May 23rd, 2006. So this is not a new book. Is that the movie or is that the book? That's the movie. Desperation book by Stephen King's release day. January 1st, 1996 was the original release date. This cover is different than it shows there. Desperation was published January 1st, 1996, so this is not his newest. He's got twice that. The newest Stephen King book released. The newest. Mr. Mercedes, a novel. Mr. Mercedes is probably the newest. Yeah, because it's what's popping up, and I think it's going to be released this year. The last Stephen King book and its release date. That doesn't tell me who Mr. Mercedes. That might be the last one, but yeah, Mr. Mercedes. But anyways, that's off topic. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Bye.